Welcome to the 2018 Girls Lacrosse Intermediate Umpire Training video. This video is produced by Slider LAX. This video is to be used with the Girls Lacrosse Intermediate Umpire Manual, also produced by Slider LAX. The manual, clinic, and video are based on the Level 1 and 2 rating form used by US Lacrosse. There are 4 pages to this rating form. This is the first of 2 videos, and this video covers sessions 1 and 2 in the manual. Session 1. Professional, responsible, and ethical behavior. Professional, responsible, and ethical behavior is contained in the Women's Game Officials Code of Ethical Conduct that is found in the Women's Lacrosse Officials Training Manual, and the Code of Conduct found in the National Federation of High Schools Rules Book for Girls Lacrosse. The umpire should wear the uniform and carry the equipment required and approved by US Lacrosse and the local association. Another pre-game activity for the umpires is the inspection of the field. Are there issues on the field, markings for example, that are correctable? Is the field safe? This is an umpire responsibility. Also, the host management or the home team captain needs to have a safety plan. In addition, the host is also responsible for monitoring the heat index. The captains and coaches meeting is an important duty before the game. During that time, the umpires need to set a positive tone, establish rapport with the captains and coaches. They need to communicate confidence, competence, and openness. One umpire should conduct the meeting, though the second umpire or third umpire may speak if invited. Head coaches must be present at the meeting. There is a captains and coaches card that is produced, and you will find it on sliderlax.com. It is a card that suggests appropriate lacrosse coin toss procedures. An important part of the captains and coaches meeting is for the umpire conducting the meeting to make eye contact with each head coach and ask the following question of each coach. Is your team legally and appropriately equipped and uniformed in accordance with US Lacrosse and NFHS rules? Both coaches need to verbally answer yes for the game to continue. Other considerations are that you, as an umpire, be careful that any relationships or friendships not communicate any favoritism during the game. Sign any forms required while you're still at the venue. If you have any concerns about conduct of spectators, players, coaches, or concerns about the field, please communicate those with appropriate persons in the association. Always try to leave together as an umpiring crew. The umpire shall have knowledge of and use good judgment concerning all fouls and violations in accordance with the NFHS rules book and U.S. Lacrosse officials training manual. All major fouls may be understood as affecting player safety. Dangerous contact is a mandatory card. The player being fouled need not have the ball and need not be stationary. Look for the player who is being fouled in a defenseless position, such as a blindside hit with the offender lowering her head down. Slash is a mandatory card. The player committing the foul swings her stick in a reckless, uncontrolled, or dangerous swipe. Look for one-handed or slipped hand large swings with the stick. Rough or dangerous check. The foul may be committed from behind and hit the opponent's body. A check to the body would not have a sound. The action could be quick shots to the lower back area with the stick. Cross-check. The action is sometimes difficult to determine. Look for a thrusting, jabbing, pushing, or displacing any part of an opponent's body. Illegal use of the cross. The action is anything that is intended to intimidate or be dangerous with the stick. The call depends on the judgment of the umpire. Reaching around or across a player from level or behind. Many times the foul happens when the defender is running beside the attacking player and holding her stick in front of the attacking player. If there's no contact, then illegal use of the cross may be called. Illegal check. The most common occurrence of this foul is a horizontal check. A defender may not have her stick in contact with the attacking player if the defender's stick is below 10 and 2. Even if the attacking player does a meet and greet, the foul is called against the defender. Minor fouls may be considered to be ball control or possession fouls. Minor fouls are an important part of game management. Body ball. A player may not deliberately impede, accelerate, or change direction of the ball with any part of her body except her foot. A player may kick the ball except in an attempt to score. Covering. A player may not guard the ball from an opponent with her stick or foot. If an opponent is not near enough to play the ball, then covering has not occurred. The goalie may be called for covering only if the ball is outside of the goal circle. Delay of game. Any type of behavior that the umpire deems to delay the progress of the game unnecessarily is a delay of game. There's a separate carding progression for delays. Early entry on the draw. The foul occurs when a player crosses the center circle or restraining line before the whistle or before the call of possession. Empty stick check. A player may not check an opponent's stick if the opponent's stick is not in contact with the ball. Handball. No player may touch the ball with her hand except the goalie or deputy in the goal circle. Illegal cross. An illegal cross is one that does not meet specifications. Illegal draw. A draw is illegal for various reasons. The most typical illegal draws are players making the draw moving early, or the first motion of the draw not being upward. Illegal re-entry. A player may not run out of bounds and re-enter to gain an advantage. Illegal stick request. A team is only allowed to request 2 stick checks during the game. Illegal substitution. A player may only enter as a running substitute after the player for whom she is substituting has completely left the field. Both players must cross within the substitution area. Illegal timeout. A team is only allowed 2 times out during the game. Improper use of the cross. It is illegal for a player to throw her stick. Play from out of bounds. This foul is often called as a boundary ball unless a player intentionally plays the ball from out of bounds. Failure to resume play. This foul is a delay of game called after a timeout or halftime. Squeezing the head of the stick. A player may not use her body or hand to keep the ball in the head of the stick. Warding. This foul is guarding the ball or stick from the opponent with the offhand or arm. The umpire should not confuse this violation with a natural running motion. Let's look at a special situation, obstruction of free space to goal. This is often called shooting space or FSG. It is a major foul. When shooting space occurs, it is a required whistle, even if a goal is scored. FSG is a path defined by 2 imaginary lines extending from the ball to the outside edges of the goal circle, often called the ice cream cone. A defensive player obstructing the free space to goal with any part of her body is denying the attacking player the opportunity to shoot safely and encourages shooting at an unprotected player. FSG, or shooting space, is defined as the point of the ball and then the widest point of the goal circle. That defines free space to goal. Boundary violations. When the ball goes out of bounds, the official shall blow the whistle to stop play. Except in the case of a shot or deflected shot on goal, when a player in possession of the ball carries or propels the ball out of bounds, or when a player is the last to touch a loose ball before the ball goes out of bounds, the opponent will be awarded the ball. If an opponent who is inbounds legally checks a player's cross, causing the ball to fall to the ground out of bounds, possession will be awarded to the player who made the legal check when play resumes. When a shot or deflected shot on goal goes out of bounds, the player who is inbounds and nearest to the ball is given possession. A deflection occurs when any player merely touches the ball with her cross or body and does not gain any distinct or clear advantage or control the ball. A shot or deflection remains a shot until the ball goes out of bounds. A slow whistle or flag is used when the defense commits a major foul within the critical scoring area and the attack is on a scoring play. The slow whistle gives the attacking team the opportunity to complete a scoring play. The slow whistle ends when a shot is taken and the umpire lowers the flag, or when the attacking team either stops or is caused to stop its scoring play, in this case the umpire blows the whistle, or the defending team commits a second major foul, and in this case the umpire blows the whistle. Another special consideration in making calls is to identify who initiated the contact. Most major fouls involve some sort of contact. There are major fouls, however, that require the umpire to identify the player who initiates the contact. A charge is a major foul in which the umpire needs to determine who initiated the contact. For a charge, the attacking player, usually the player with the ball, initiates the contact. The important part of the evaluation is that the defender has established position, though is not necessarily stationary. A block is another major foul where the umpire needs to determine who initiated the contact. An attacking or defending player may not move into or be standing in the path of an opponent without giving that player a chance to avoid the block with a legal lacrosse move. Blocks are often called picks, though that term is not used in the rules book. A legal block may be moving. Umpires must watch for the person making the block extending herself, hips, knees, and elbows, to make herself larger. Another special consideration is on-ball fouls. On-ball fouls are the particular responsibility of the lead umpire. Dangerous shot. A dangerous shot is one that is directed at the goalkeeper. The umpire should call this quickly after evaluating the distance, force, and placement of the shot. An important part of the evaluation should also be the level of play. Dangerous propelling. This is a mandatory card. A player may not at any time propel, that is pass or shoot, a ball at an unprotected player. The umpire should definitely call dangerous propelling if a throw or shot hits a defender. Dangerous propelling and shooting space may be called together. Check or stick to the head. This is a mandatory card. No player may hit another in the head with her stick. No player may cause another player to hit herself with her own stick. Intent is not a part of this foul. Watch for players who place themselves into danger. check in or toward the sphere. Every player has a 7-inch area around her head, called the sphere, that cannot be violated by an opponent. This foul is the particular responsibility of the lead umpire because it's on ball, but may be called by both umpires when in transition. A push. A player may not push another player. Off-ball fouls are another special consideration. Off-ball fouls are the particular responsibility of the trail umpire. Three seconds is usually an off-ball foul. The 3 seconds foul occurs when a defender is within the 8-meter arc for 3 seconds or longer while not at least a stick's length from an attacking player. 3 seconds may be called when the ball is across the restraining line. It may only be called when the attacking team has possession of the ball. Dangerous follow-through is a mandatory card. This foul occurs just after the shot when the lead umpire is still tracking or following the ball. The action is a follow-through on a shot or pass that creates a danger to the defender. The clicking of sticks is not necessarily an indication of this foul. Umpires should be aware of the subtle difference between propelling and following through. Propelling is the ball, following through is the cross. Another major foul is holding. The foul is usually an illegal defensive move to impede an attacking player. It may be committed by an attacking player. A hold may be stick to body, body to stick, body to body, and stick to stick. Watch for chicken wing holds and holds that are made with the butt of the stick. There are some special considerations in restarting play. Both umpires must have an awareness of the restart of play regardless of which umpire is restarting play. The restart is a good opportunity for both umpires, or all three umpires, to get into position. In the field, the trail umpire should restart play. The lead umpire should restart play in his or her critical scoring area. Either umpire or any umpire should restart play near his or her boundary line, sideline, or end line. Some of the mechanics for restarting play are a hand held high signifying wait for me, the hand held low signifying I am ready, the hand held up with whistle in mouth saying this is my whistle or I'll do the restart, and then finally blowing the whistle and bringing the arm down for start. Let's take a break.